What's up, everybody? It's Blackjack. Welcome back to the Brooklyn Nets NBA 2K17 My League series. A 20-34 Brooklyn Nets team that's coming off of a 4-game win streak off of last week. We head into the third week of February where we take on the Washington Wizards and the New York Knicks with All-Star Weekend coming right around the corner. The trade deadline is also there as well, but we made no moves at the end. But we did take on the Washington Wizards, a game that we decided to sim based on the fan reaction and the comments left down below. There were a few more in favor of seeing the Knicks game, so we ended up going to Washington and losing with Bradley Beal and Wall combining for 32 points in a 97-84 complete shutdown of the Brooklyn Nets. Jordan Clarkson leading the way for the Nets with 18 points, 7 assists, and Rondae Hollis-Jefferson right behind with 14 points of his own and 5 boards. So that takes us in to the game against the New York Knicks coming into their home. And of course, whenever we face New York in their house, we always have to troll them a little bit. 20-35 now is the Nets record, and the Knicks sitting there at 22-33, not too far away from playoff contention. And we decide, since they're going to go with their hardwood classics, we're going to go with our hardwood classics and the old New York Nets jerseys. Just as we did last year, we're doing the same thing this year. First quarter of action, Carmelo Anthony ISO there with the fadeaway jumper for 3, no good. This is a typical Carmelo shot, you know, he likes to kind of go free range there and take whatever shot he wants. And Kilpatrick taking advantage in transition, hop step to the basket, lays it up and in, and gets the first points of the game. Good defense here by Jordan Clarkson on Derrick Rose. And Clarkson, look at this lob here to Rondae Hollis-Jefferson. We mentioned that we might see him in the dunk contest, and it has actually been confirmed that he will be one of the 4 in there. Brooklyn taking a quick lead here with Julius Randle on Carmelo, but Carmelo with the fadeaway on the back down there, and he puts up the first points for the Knicks. Kilpatrick trying to drive there inside, gets blocked by Joakim Noah, who I'm pretty sure I thought was lost in like the wilderness somewhere at this point in his career. Anyway, back in transition though for the Nets. Look at this, nice pass inside by Rondae Hollis-Jefferson to Julius Randle to lay that one up and in. Later on, Nets up 8-5. Carmelo Anthony from the corner, 3-pointer gets it to fall. Melo starting to heat up a little bit, not going to be in our favor. Knicks up by 4 later on. Randle with the rebound here, and here we go in transition. Jeremy Lin stepping back on the crossover. Waiting for a setup here, Jordan Clarkson. Kicks it back out, or backs down here, kicks it back out to Lin in the corner. 3-ball, gets it to go. Knicks call timeout to go ahead and talk things over as they only have a 1-point lead. Former Net here, Trevor Booker, picking off this pass, and Amon Shumpert in transition, somehow pulling up there and picking up the 3-pointer. Knicks up by 6. Carmelo off the pick from Booker, nails it from 3, and the Knicks are starting to pull away here early. 6-point game. This poor transition defense here. Bam somehow gets lost on this play and allows an easy bucket down low for Trevor Booker. Knicks up 6 later on in the second quarter. Here's Gerald Green, somehow, even with Kilpatrick draped all over him, shoots over him and scores. Knicks up by 8. 10:30 to go here. The Nets start warming up. Jordan Clarkson kicking it out there to McDermott from the wing, able to hit the 3. Later on, Nets down 7. Good passing here. McDermott from the corner. Can't hit. Noel with the rebound and the stuff. Right over the face of Marvin Williams with a 2-hand flush. Nets now down by 5. Next possession. Rose turns it over, trying to get fancy with the crossover. And Clarkson with the double clutch side slam. Nets down by 3. Gerald Green still working here. Crossover. Gets it into Marvin Williams. Can't hit over McCullough. Rebound by Noel. Kilpatrick in transition. That's a favorite move of his. That little step back, crossover, 3-pointer, all by himself. Nails it. We're all tied. Rose now trying to take a 3 of his own off the pick from Joakim Noah. No good. Rebound by Noel. Kilpatrick back up the floor. Little crossover to try to get inside. Can't get past his man, however, and Noel kicks it out to Clarkson in the corner. You know, if you're going to back up off of him that much, you know that Money Clarkson's going to make that one every time. Nets take the lead after an 11-0 run, and a rebound here by McDermott. Clarkson coming up the floor. He draws enough traffic and leaves McDermott wide open. Straightaway three, nails it. Knicks call another timeout as the Nets take a 6-point lead. Later on, Brooklyn up by 7. Melo down low. Randall not able to provide enough. I mean, that's enough for Carmelo every time on that fadeaway. He's giving up way too much space there as Melo hits. Knicks down by 3. No longer three-pointer hit there. Actually, no, his foot was on the line, so only 2, but poor job here as Shelvin Mack picks off Jordan Clarkson, and then to the lane goes Iman Shumpert to lay that on up, and then Knicks take the lead again. 6 seconds left here. Lynn kicks it out to Holland. 2 seconds left. Holland, hop step. Great job to get by Shumpert and gets it up and in before halftime sounds off. Nets go into the half with a 2-point lead. Later on in the third, all tied up here. Joakim Noah gets the feed inside and gets right underneath Noel to lay that one up. 54-52 game. Randall, good pass inside. Hollis Jefferson, reverse jam. Tie ball game. Rose kicking out to Gerald Green. Straightaway 3, no good. Noel with the board. Hollis Jefferson looking to cross up Melo here, and he draws enough attention for Jordan Clarkson to slip through the cracks, silencing the Knicks crowd. Nets up by 2. Good rebound here by Randall. Here comes Jordan Clarkson back up the floor. No one's going to defend him. Pull up 3. I mean, come on. Leave him that open. He's going to make it every time. Look at Clarkson signaling the money sign out to the crowd there. And then look at him here on the pick and roll. Alley-oop to Nerlens Noel. Nets on fire as they go up by 5. Later on in the third, up by 3. And now they return the favor. Derrick Rose to Gerald Green. I was actually shocked McCullough didn't swap that one away. But a nice inside pass here from McCullough to Noel as he can't finish. Back up the floor comes Marvin Williams. And somehow he tries to pass that into Noel, and it gets back to him, and a sloppy play ends up in the Knicks' favor as they go up by 1. Back the other way, a bad pass by Kilpatrick gets picked off by Noah. Bazemore inside to Marvin Williams, able to hang and hit there despite the contact, and he pushes the Knicks lead to 3. Good pass by Jeremy Lin to McCullough. Free lane, I mean, come on. He's going to slam that one down easily every time. Knicks up by 1. McCullough trying to back down Trevor Booker here, his former teammate. McDermott, look at that give and go there by Lin, and Lin drives to the basket to go ahead and score. Giving the Nets the lead again. Nets up by 2 now. Miles Bridges backing down here, working, able to get and hit over Bazemore to score. Nets up by 4 as they go into the 4th. Nets up 3. Here's Rose working on Jordan Clarkson, and despite the great defense all in his face, still able to hit. Nets now only up by 1, and Clarkson trying to do a little too much inside, looking for Bam, not able to get it to him. Shelvin Mack to Rose, and Rose takes the lead there off the 1-foot jump shot. Later on, Noel kicking out to Bam. Bam, you know that's not your range, but Noel is able to rebound. That's more Hollis Jefferson's range, but not able to hit. Back up the floor comes Kid Gilchrist, and I mean, he flies right past everyone, slipping through the cracks of the defense, and sends it home with a mean tomahawk jam. Clarkson in the feed here to Randall, able to get that one to go. He'll go to the line to convert the 3-point play, but the Nets still down by 1 later on. Noel, good pass there by Clarkson to keep this game close, 87-86. Knicks still down with 7 minutes to go here. Good pass by Marvin Williams to find Kid Gilchrist and get that layup to go. Knicks now up by 1, but a bad pass here by Nerlens Noel. Gerald Green picks that one off and lays it in. Knicks start to pull away here, now up by 6. Clarkson trying to do his best here, gets a free lane to lay this one up, but misses. Just clanks off the rim, and now Rose back the other way, driving. Again, poor defense, but when he gets to the basket there, Randall's there to meet him and completely ignores everything that was in his path and is able to score. Now, Nets down by 4 here. Noel on the inbounds was able to pick it off, but got sloppy getting to the basket and couldn't dunk it or lay it up. Instead, he get the ball stolen away from him. and that would do it here in Madison Square Garden. Nets not able to pull away with a win on this one. 101-95 as the Knicks stay in the playoff hunt. Carmelo leading the way for the Knicks. 19 points, 9 boards, a rebound, and a big block there. He was the star of the game for the Knicks, with some great help as well from Gerald Green with his outside shooting, and Derrick Rose being able to penetrate and get to the basket as well. The Knicks still in the playoff hunt. Gerald Green leading the way with 25 points. Carmelo with a more complete game, 19 points, 9 boards. Derrick Rose with 14 points of his own. And Trevor Booker off the bench getting some buckets as well with 10 points of his own. Julius Randle led the way scoring with 13 points and 12 rebounds, a double-double for him. Jordan Clarkson also a double-double with 12 points and 14 boards. A good all-around effort scoring from the Nets, as we had 5 players in double digits. Kilpatrick just missing it, as well as Miles Bridges with only 9 points apiece. And the Nets go into the All-Star break on a 2-game losing streak. So let the All-Star festivities begin with the 3-point contest brought to you by Foot Locker. And apparently all the 3-point shooters this year are all in the West. Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, all on the same team. CJ McCullough, James Harden, and also JJ Redick. Klay Thompson gets us started off here. He's only able to drop 13 points and only got 1 ball on that last rack. Steph Curry here able to tie up Klay Thompson on the last rack. Finally gets another one to go, and he tops Klay, able to get 15 points, so now he is the leader. CJ McCollum from the 4th rack. Look at him start to go here. Nails 2 there, misses 1 here, misses 1 here, but he does get the money ball to fall. No, actually, no, he doesn't. But then he starts to get the work here in the corner. Got 1, got 2, not 3, but 4 straight money balls from the corner to push his points to 20. Kevin Durant did not have as much luck, as he barely got anything going until he got to the 4th rack, where now he's at 5 points. And then the money balls didn't really go for him. He was able to get 3 there, but it's not enough for him to bring him back into the game here, as he only gets 11. James Harden, more like Brick Harden. A lot. I mean, look at that. 4th rack, absolutely nothing went for him. 2nd rack, nothing went for him. 5th rack, nothing going. Well, he finally got one to rattle in there. He was only able to score 3 money balls. He only made 3 of 25 from his arsenal of 3s here. And then JJ Redick able to tie Steph Curry and then beat him with the last money ball able to go. So it came down to Steph, JJ Redick, and CJ McCollum. Steph Curry from rack 3 out to rack 4. First one goes. Second one goes. Third one goes. Steph heating up from 3, misses that one, and misses the money ball as well. Let's see what he does from the corner. Misses the first. Got the second to push the 13. Now at 15. Last one doesn't go. So 15 points is now the score to beat as Steph Curry sets the pace. Here's JJ Redick trying to catch back up in this one. Only 7 points. Drains the money ball. If he can make 3 here, he can at least tie with Curry. Misses the first. Makes the second. Big one on the 3rd one. Misses the 4th, and the 5th one clanks right out. So 13 points for JJ Redick. He's done. CJ McCollum, 4th rack with only 7 points. Nails the 2nd one. Misses the 3rd. Misses the 4th. But he gets the money ball. He needs 6. McCollum makes the 1st. That's 12. Misses the 2nd. Hits the 3rd for 14. Rattles out. Nails the last one for 16 points. CJ McCollum wins the Foot Locker 3-point contest and takes home the trophy this year for the Blazers. So now the question is, how does the slam dunk contest go? Well, apparently if all the West represents the 3-point contest, all of the East represents the dunk contest. Josh Richardson, Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, Jaylen Brown, and Ben Simmons. It should be a star-studded show out here as Rondé Hollis-Jefferson gets started with a between-the-legs reverse clutch finish. Look at this. Kind of shades of Jason Richardson there from 2003. Jaylen Brown going with the old mailman delivery dunk, putting the hand behind his head and throwing it down from the side. Ben Simmons on his first attempt, not really showy here, but if we do look at the replay, he gets up really high on this one. Look at where his head ends up at when they show it. Look at the bounce. His head way over the rim. It looks like he could have probably stuck his head straight down in there. Josh Richardson's first attempt. Little bounce pass to himself. 360 windmill. Sorry, 360 tomahawk able to go. And Rondé Hollis-Jefferson rounds things out with the top score, 43. Jaylen Brown right behind him with 42. Hollis-Jefferson goes with the East Bay dunk. Not a lot of length on that dunk. He jumps just inside of the restricted area there. We'll see if that affects him score-wise as Jaylen Brown throwing it down hard here. Watch him. Shows how high he gets up with the one, then brings it back down. Windmill finish with two hands. Ben Simmons, look at this. 360 pass coming over the backboard. Very impressive here by Ben Simmons. Trying to show out here. He's done what LeBron hasn't, actually shown up in a slam dunk contest. Looking to try to win this one here. Josh Richardson, whoa. Look at that, self-pass to himself between the legs, and then he finishes with the scoop slam the other way. That's enough to give him the lead with a total score of 81. Ben Simmons 80, Hollis-Jefferson 79, Brown with 78. So we've got a tight game here, 3 points separating all the dunkers. Hollis-Jefferson, it looked simple at first, but look what he did there. He stuck his arm in the rim and went with the double dip dunk. Self-volley to himself, sticks his elbow in the rim, and then catches it with his left hand and slams it back home. Surely that impressed the judges, unlike this one. Jaylen Brown, I believe we've seen this one before. Yes, it was his first dunk. He repeated it again in the final round. Ben Simmons, wow. Look at that one. Self-pass to himself, reverse underneath the rim, double clutch finish. That is impressive. We'll see if that's enough to get him the win. It's Josh Richardson coming from the baseline, goes ahead 360 and just kind of shows the ball, brings it around his head and throws it down hard. But your winner with 126 total points is Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, able to impress enough with that double dip dunk. And he takes home some hardware for Brooklyn. I'm proud. It's the first trophy, the first win that we have actually gotten this season, and some hardware to show for it. The rest of the All-Star game, well, the actual one who really cared. Apparently they played defense this year. The West won 88-80. And Andrew Wiggins took away MVP honors, scoring 18 points that night. And apparently what was a defensive showing in the All-Star game for the first time in ever. So that takes us into the next week. We've got the Sixers and the Hornets up on our schedule. We'll give you a look at the roster this time so you can actually know who we're going up against. Don't forget the Sixers drafted Lonzo Ball, so he'll be playing along Paul Millsap, Ben Simmons, Jahlil Okafor, Joel Embiid, Saric, Aaron Baines, Jarrett Bayless. And then on the Hornets side of things, they drafted Marquez Bolden and Lauri Markkanen. They're overstocked at point guard with Kemba Walker, Drew Holiday, and Goran Dragic. I don't know what they're doing there. But those are your two matchups. Tell me down in the comment section who you would like for us to go up against, and whoever gets the most comments is who will play. Before we end today's episode, we do have to do our recruiting spotlight, and the recruiting spotlight goes on Ricky Shays from Lake Oswego, Oregon. His brother is currently playing at UCLA. Ricky decided to come to Duke because he wanted to play in the best conference in all basketball. Being out there in Lake Oswego, he never got to play a lot of the best competition, and he was overlooked a lot by a lot of bigger schools out there. Duke did actually give him a look, and he decided that that is where he wanted to go. And there's really a question of whether or not he can be on the same level of guys like Deshaun Miles and Derek Patterson, where you know you have takeover talent there. Is he able to stay on the level of guys like a LeBron James or a Ben Simmons or a Derek Patterson or a lot of the top small forwards in the league like Kevin Durant? We're not really sure, but the fundamentals are there. He's got a great mid-range jumper. I love his vision on the floor. He plays the point forward position very well. And if he were to come to this Nets team, I would then think that we move Rondae Hollis-Jefferson to the 4 spot and then have Ricky Shays take over at 3. I think that right away, he would be able to disrupt enough to go ahead and get this Nets team into more of a playoff contention situation. However, I don't know if he can be a number 1 guy. I think this is someone that you have to pair with someone else and allow him to be the dominant guy and then allow Ricky Shays to just become a distributor. But who knows? I hear that the ceiling is actually pretty high for Ricky Shays, even if he's not necessarily on the level of a takeover guy or a guy that you know will dominate the game. He actually is the only player right now in the entire NCAA to average 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 7 assists. So we'll find out come the draft. So let me know, who should we play next week? Is it going to be Charlotte or is it going to be Philadelphia? And who would you like to see featured in the next recruiting spotlight? Go ahead and leave your comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video, and stay tuned for more Rondae Hollis-Jefferson takeover.